All right. So we are running again a group VBS. How many of you guys were here or you participated last year in helping with VBS? Can I just say, thank you so much for showing up today and your willingness to be involved. I honestly, I did not expect to have this many people in the room today, so just thank you so much. And then we have several people who have said that they are going to help, and I have their names down, and we are going to have an amazing group of people helping us this year, so thank you so much. I need 34 people. That's the minimum to run VBS, and I think we're going to have more than that, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. The purpose of today's meeting is for me to give you an overview of what VBS is going to look like. It's going to be very similar to what we did last year, except with a totally different theme. Last year, we did a group VBS. The theme was Rocky Railway. This year's VBS is called Monumental, celebrating God's greatness. And so it's a desert theme. Everything that you see this year, we're going to have cactuses and balancing rocks, like the red rocks from the desert and all of that kind of stuff. That'll be our theme for this year. So we're running a group VBS again. Why? Because I think they do an amazing job. And if you were part of it last year, hopefully you got a glimpse of that, of how awesome they do at setting up their VBS. So we want to do that again. It also has a really strong evangelistic message. Do you guys remember how many kids came up to the altar on day 4? It was a lot of kids. I don't know, more than 15 probably. I don't remember. I didn't get an exact number, but day 4 is completely a presentation of the gospel message, Jesus dying for their sins and raising again. And so we give an invitation for salvation and all of that. So if you know kids that are unchurched kids, please invite them. If you have coworkers, neighbors, family members that have kids that are unchurched, please invite them. That's who we want here. We want those kids, in addition to those kids that are church. They're going to love it too, and they're going to learn also. But we definitely want some of those kids here. So one of the things that makes this VBS different is that it's maybe not typically run like the old style VBS that you've had in the past. When the kids come, we're going to be planning for 50 kids. That's our hope and prayer. Please pray with me that we'll get 50. I would love to see that. Last year, I don't know, maybe we had 30, 35, something like that. So let's pray for 50. Every year we want to grow. And the more years that we do this, guess what? The smoother and more efficient we're all going to get at doing it. Everybody's going to know what's happening and we won't have to spend as much time at these meetings. So anyways, so let's pray that God's going to send us 50 this year. What makes it different is when those kids enter, they are assigned into different little crews. And I take care of that ahead of time. We have our own customized website so that parents can go to this website and register their kids online. Makes it so much more efficient on the back end, on the administrative side. I can just do the little things, and it puts all the kids in these crews. So every kid is going to be assigned to a crew, and those are mixed age crews. It's not just here's a crew of a bunch of first graders, here's a crew of a bunch of second graders. It might be a crew of a 5th grader, a 4th grader, a 3rd grader, 2 first graders, right? It's mixed age. And those crews are going to be about 5 to 6 kids in size. And I need at least 1, hopefully 2 crew leaders, 2 adults per crew. So there will be a main crew leader and an assistant crew leader. I want an assistant because, why? If you're taking your kids around, guaranteed, some kid's going to say, I got to go to the potty, right? So somebody needs to stay with the crew and somebody needs to take that kid to the potty, right? So we just want to make sure that we're effectively supervising all of these kids. So if we can get 2 crew leaders per crew, that would be awesome. So if I'm planning for 50 kids, I'm looking at 9 crews. That's what I want to build, is 9 crews. And if I have 2 crew leaders, I'm going to need 18 adults, right? 18 crew leaders. So that might be a lot of you. That's one of the easiest jobs that we have. is crew leaders. And I'm going to explain to you in just a few minutes what all of that is. Let's take a look at, well, hold on. I forgot to get the papers, you guys. I'm so sorry. I want you to have these things out in front of you as we're going through. Let's take a look first off at that rotation chart. It's the one with the circle in the middle. This is just an overview. Here it is for the camera. All right, so take a look at that. I'm just going to give you a real basic overview of what's going to happen. Every night when those kids come in, they're going to start at sing and play celebration. You see where it says preschool? Disregard that. We're not having preschool, okay? This VBS is open to those kids who are entering kindergarten through those who are leaving the 5th grade. So entering kindergarten, leaving 5th grade. For young ones like Cora and Adeline, we're going to need a nursery worker every night. Because some of us have kids, and as workers like Rose, for example, we need somebody also to help in nursery. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're like, yes, I can help in nursery, right? We're going to get to all of that in just a little while, okay? But sing and play celebration is where they're going to start. All of these kids will enter in. They will register at the registration table. We'll take care of them there. Then they go into the sanctuary where we start with sing and play celebration. That is just an opening ceremony. We have really fun worship. That's what I was just playing right here. We have fun worship. We have dancing. I will introduce to them like the Bible story, the Bible point, the Bible verse for that day. There's also a Bible buddy every single day. Take a look at, also, as we're going through this, you have a chart. It's kind of black and gray. It's a side-by-side, okay? So it's meant to be like this. It's a full layout. And you might want to just lay that out so you can look at it as we're going through. Side-by-side chart there. So take a look. As you go across, let me get on the, sorry here. As you go across the top of day 1, it tells you the Bible point, the Bible story, and the Bible verse for that day. We're going to be, all week, the focus is going to be on Joseph. There's going to be lots of Bible stories about Joseph all week, except for day 4, that's focused on Jesus, his death and resurrection. Okay, but the other 4 days of the week, we're going to be talking about Joseph in our Bible story time. So there will be a Bible verse and a Bible point. There's also, see that little like lizard guy there? There is a Bible buddy every single day. So there's an animal assigned every single day of the week. And in that opening ceremony, when kids arrive every night, they check in at the table and we have our opening ceremony, sing and play celebration. I will be introducing to them a Bible buddy for that day. And there will be this really cool video where they tell some fun facts about that animal, and they're going to relate it into the theme for that whole day. Okay, so the kids will also be receiving, to go with that, just to reinforce what's happening, they will be receiving like these little plastic statues. Right? It's the buddy for the day. Here's day 1, the little lizard guy. Okay? They will be getting this at the end of the week. And on the bottom is the memory verse for that day. The Bible verse for that day. Show that on the video. Bible verses on there for that day. So every day of the week, the kids will be receiving one of these. Last year, it was a keychain, like little keychain carabiner thing. This year, they have changed it. So they have these little plastic figurines, and they will be able to put it in their own little bag, and at the end of the week, they'll take that home with them, okay? So that it is a great idea. I love that they do that, and it just kind of reinforces, okay? So the kids will start at sing and play celebration. We'll give them an overview of the day. Then they will move around with their assigned crews through the different stations. Look on your rotation chart, this one right here. You just get an overview of the different stations right there. There's Bible Adventures, Kid Vid Cinema, Red Rock Rec, that's games, Imagination Station, that's kind of a science-y, fun experiment that ties into the day. And then they also have Oasis Taste, which is snack time. We have snack time right in the middle of VBS. VBS is 2.5 hours long. Right in the middle of that, we have snack time. And then the last thing is Canyon Closing. All right, Canyon Closing is where they're all going to go back to the sanctuary, and I will lead that closing ceremony every night. There will be more worship. We will reiterate the Bible point, the Bible story, all of that for the day. And there's usually some kind of object lesson. Sometimes it's like a science experiment or something like that, something really fun to hook the kids and to really drive the point home for the day. Okay? So that's your basic overview. Any questions about that so far? I'm getting ready to go into a lot more details. Any questions so far? Yes?
This appears to be a circle.
Yeah.
So how is it decided who goes where at the start?
I'm about to explain that. Yep, we're going to get into that here in just a second. Any other questions so far? Okay, great. Okay, so as I said a minute ago, we're planning for 50 kids. The very first spot that they're going to start, when they come in the building, they're going to come in the main lobby upstairs. There's going to be a registration table there. I need 2 people to man that registration table. Jill, and I was thinking Vicki. Vicki's not here right now, but that's a stationary spot, and Vicki helped us with that last year. You guys can probably just, it's going to be exactly the same process as last year.
She might be having her surgery that week.
Oh, okay. I'll ask her. Anybody else want to be the backup person for registration table? I'm telling you, it's easy. Jill, can you attest to that? It was super easy. Because what happens is on the back end, I put all of the kids that are pre-registered, that have been registered online, I put them in crews ahead of time. I have a list right there. I have their name tags right there with their crew number on it. All that Jill had to do was she used this computer last year. She clicked a button to say that they were here. They hand them a name tag, and they're checked in. Yeah, and we double checked it on a printed list. Yes. It's going to be super easy. The only thing that we're going to add to that process this year is this right here. I last year had a real struggle trying to figure out what do we do with these kids at the end of the night to make sure that they have gotten with the right person and they're leaving with the right person. And I follow some kid ministry groups on Facebook, and they had an amazing idea, so I'm using their idea. You guys ever seen these bracelets like you get at the fair or, the trampoline park or whatever? This bracelet is different. This bracelet has a little detachable number on it right here. It's perforated. I'm sorry, I can't. There we go. It has a little number that detaches, and it's the same number that's on the bracelet. So the child will put this bracelet on. The parent will get this little slip. When that person comes back to take their kid home, they better have this slip. Or I will also accept, let's say mom drops the kid off, but dad has to come and pick the kid up. Mom needs to send a picture of this to dad on their phone, so dad shows a picture to our registration people or our adult leadership who's going to stand there. That kid cannot leave unless the parent either has this slip of paper or a picture with this exact number on there. Because we got to find some way to resolve this. And so I think that this is what we're going to use. And I already bought these. We have 500 of these. So if we have other kid events, it's a great way to try to keep track. So that'll be the only thing, Jill, that we're going to add differently is each child will get a bracelet. Okay. And we'll need to notate that on our paperwork, what their number is.
Janet said she would help.
Janet will help?
I'll be back.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm going to write your name down right now because I don't want to forget. Okay.
Which is right in the middle.
All right, so the kids will check in there and they will be assigned a crew number already. I'll have all of that taken care of. Their crew number will be on their name badge. All the kids will have a name badge that they're wearing for the whole night. All right, and then they will be shuffled into the sanctuary. And in the sanctuary, there will be freestanding signs with crew numbers on it. We have crews 1 through 9. So the sanctuary will be sectioned off by numbers 1 through 9, and there will be a sign there. So the kids will know exactly where they're supposed to sit. So, as I already said, I need 2 crew leaders per crew. So I would pre-assign each of our crew leaders to a crew number as well. And you would, when you walk into the sanctuary, you're going to know where you go. They can tell you at the registration table what crew number you're assigned to. Right? And so when you walk into the sanctuary, if you're assigned crew number 3, you go to section number 3. And that's your crew for the week. You might have just 5 or 6 kids there in your crew, but that will be your crew for the entire week. And you'll stay with that group. What's a crew leader responsible for? Well, the crew leader is going to be the one, number 1, you're going to manage behaviors of your kids. Right? I mean, like, if they're talking and they're getting out of hand or whatever, you're going to try to help settle them down. But then also you're responsible for looking at the daily schedule. Take that out. Look at the daily schedule. It's yellow and purple. Sorry, it's purple. This is specifically for crew leaders. And if you're going to be a station leader, you need to know this as well. All right. Crew leader would be responsible for looking at the schedule and determining where they're supposed to go and when. 3 crews are going to travel together. Like, for example, look at Group A. Crews 1, 2, and 3 are going to travel together. They're going to go straight down that column according to the time slot. That's where they need to be at each of those different times. Okay, so like at 5:30 to 5:50, everybody's in sing and play celebration. It says allow 5 minutes to your next station. No, I can't put 5 minutes in there. I'm giving 2. Okay? We don't have enough time to give them 5 minutes to travel. They shouldn't need 5 minutes to travel. That's a lot of time. You get 2 minutes, and it worked out just fine last year. Okay? That's why when you're looking down there through those times, you're going to see those times look a little wonky. Like you're like, Melissa, come on, 5:52 to 6:12. Yes, I know. I know, right? Let's all sync our clocks really well, and we'll try to give some kind of signal. Last year, we were going around like trying to tell everybody when it was time to switch and make sure everybody's getting there. But I need crew leaders to be just really diligent about just look at the time. And station leaders, look at the time. Like try to manage your time well, okay?
We have phones and alarms.
Yeah, we can look at our phones, right? So just try to look at the times on here and manage your times really well. But the crew leader is going to be responsible for making sure your group is where they're supposed to be at the designated time. Okay, so groups 1, 2, and 3 always travel together. 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, and 9. You'll see on there it says Group D. Don't worry about that. The form won't let me take that off of there. So don't worry about it. I just couldn't delete it. If we follow this schedule, then in every rotation, there will be 1 station that's empty. There will always be 3 stations occupied, except for snack time. Everybody's together at snack time. Everybody's together at the open and the close. But the rest of the night, there will always be 1 station free. So you will have a minute to breathe. If you're a station leader, you're just like, oh, okay, I get a break for 20 minutes, right? But 3 other stations will be occupied at that time. Okay, so a crew leader is going to be responsible for managing behaviors of their kids and getting their kids to where they need to be at just the right time. If you are a crew leader and you have kids who are just totally misbehaving and they're not able to settle down, or you're not able to settle them down, please come and find me. Okay, I need you to focus on your other kids. I'll try to take care of it. Okay, so the only time I'm occupied is the open and the close. Other times I'm just floating and making sure everything's going okay. All right. Let's see. So all the kids will be pre-assigned, coming in. Hold on. I'm making sure I'm following my notes here. All right. Let's go through some of these stations here. Look at your rotation chart. Let me just give you an overview of what each of these things do, because on your rotation chart right here, I need some leaders to lead these stations. I haven't had anybody sign up yet to lead some of these stations, and we have to have some good leaders here. I have a lot of people that have already signed up to do snacks. I literally have like 10 people or more that want to be in the snack area, and I just can't have that many people in snack area. Like, it's just going to be way too much. I need to disperse people out to other areas. So as you hear me go through some of these things, if there's one area that you feel like fits you and your talents, please speak up and let me know, okay? So let's talk about Bible Adventures. Bible Adventures is going to be Jeremy, Pastor Jeremy, and I can assist with him as needed if it calls for an assistant for him. That's where they're going to learn the big Bible story of the day. They'll learn about Joseph and whatever, and typically it's very interactive. Last year, the theme was Paul. Paul was shipwrecked one day. I remember Jeremy's like having a shipwreck in a storm, and he's throwing cardboard boxes around, and it was a lot of fun, and the kids really, really loved it. So it'll be more of the same this year, except it will be largely focused on Joseph this year. So Jeremy is going to lead that. KidVid Cinema. Yes, Sean. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Man. Well, that was easy.
I'll put the mental in monumental.
Oh, I love it. Sean, we got you down. All right, I'll still explain what it is. KidVid Cinema is like the kids are going to go into the Jam Club room. That worked out great last year. We'll have them go into the Jam Club room, and they will watch a video testimony given by a kid. Now, come on, y'all. Know that I love that. There's a testimony given by a kid. And I love testimonies because that's an invitation for our kids to believe God to do the same kind of things in their own lives. This is what we need, right? So they will go in, they will hear a testimony, they will talk about the greatness of God and how God came through for this child on the video. It will also be the time that they learn about Watch for God. I have on a Watch for God wristband, and all throughout the week of VBS, there's a strong emphasis on watching for God, that we are looking for God sightings all around us every day. And I start wearing this a couple months before VBS because they send us one sample in the kit that we buy. And so I put it on and start wearing it because it's a constant reminder to me, I'm looking for God. How is God working already to prepare us for this VBS? And he was like, I put this on a couple days ago, and God has been bringing back to me these memories of things that happened last year in preparation for VBS that I had forgotten about. But at the time, I was like, wow, God, you are amazing. You just came through in a big way. Like some guy paying for the VBS food at Sam's Club. I mean, this stranger just walks up and is like, I want to buy all this for you. And I'm like, it's for VBS at church. He's like, fine. Swipes his card, pays for all the food. Like, amazing stuff. Yes.
Remember the double rainbow the first night?
Yes, double rainbow the first night. We walked out of VBS and there was a double rainbow there. There were lots of things. Even after VBS last year, I don't know if everybody heard this or not. After VBS was over, we were like, what are we going to do with this huge train and this water tower that we had in the lobby? We were like, well, we're going to dump it in the dumpster. But we said, well, before we do, let's see if anybody in the community is running this same VBS and if they want to use it. So we put it out there on social media. Somebody contacted us from another church, the director of VBS at a different church, and she was like, I want all your stuff. So she comes to pick it up, and you guys, if I remember correctly, like her mother-in-law had just died, and her own mom was struggling with cancer or something. Like it was it was a horrible situation that she was in. And she had not been able to prepare for VBS like she needed to, and she wanted to, and she had already told her church, like, this is going to be bare bones, like, I don't have the energy or the time to do any of this. And then here we are, all of a sudden, we're like, here's all this stuff. And so she was very overwhelmed at the fact that she was receiving this stuff. And she said, can I pay you guys? Like, do we need to pay you? I said, no. You don't even have to acknowledge where this stuff came from, but I want you to acknowledge that it came from God. And I want you to tell the testimony to other people that you thought that you were going to run a bare bones VBS this year because of everything going on in your life, but God came through for you in a big way. And so I was like, that's all the payment that's required, is that you give honor to God because he did this for you, right? Hey, Jeremy did an amazing job last year on this set and everything. He's going to be doing the set again this year. I don't have as much time this year. I'm working, right? So he's going to like take the lead there. If we can give it away again, let's do it. I mean, God, if God wants to use this to bless somebody else, let's do that, right? So anyways, I'm getting totally off track because I just want to give praise to God. So kids are going to be watching for God. I want you guys to start watching for God too. God is going to be at work in your lives. Maybe he's going to give you opportunities to invite kids, or maybe he's just going to do something special for you in your life. Be watching. It's a God sighting. We're going to encourage the kids to do the same. All right. And they also are going to learn in there, I think in there they also learn about the missions project that we're doing for the week. We're going to be doing collecting money for BGMC because that's the mission that we support, and we'll be focused on that for the week. We have a $7,000 goal this year, so any money that we collect during the week of VBS we'll put towards that goal. Red Rock Rec, that is the game station. It is everything, by the way, if you're a station leader, everything is outlined in a book. I'm telling you, these books are even scripted. It says, say this, right here. Like, do this, say this, reiterate this. Like, everything is laid out for you. There's a supply list at the beginning of every day. A whole supply list. It says, here's what you're going to need right here. The thing is, if you're a station leader, I don't want you to go out and buy that stuff. I will take care of that. I'm going to buy the supplies. I'm going to have it there for you. Now, after I purchase the supplies and give them to you, you are responsible then for making sure that station is going to go correctly. I can't do it all for you. You got to take some initiative there and make it happen. But I will purchase the supplies for you. So don't look at that list and be like, oh, where am I going to get that? Some of the stuff we might already have. A lot of it we probably already have here in storage, and I will just be using some of that, okay? But every station leader will get a booklet like this. It explains everything. It makes it super easy. Okay, so Red Rock Recs, there'll be games played every day. Some of those are water games, so if you are the station leader or you're a helper there, be prepared that you might get a little bit wet. There's typically like water balloons or something like that happen. All right, last station, Imagination Station. That's a fun station because the kids every day will do sort of like a science-y experiment, like a little gizmo that they're going to do, and it somehow ties into the lesson or the theme for the day. So they gave us a sample kit of those little gizmos, the little sciencey experiments. There's some shrinky dink in there. I don't know if you've ever seen that before, but it's like a piece of plastic. The kids color it, and then when you heat it, it shrinks way down, like to the size of a keychain. I think that they're making it a bracelet this time. But just there's some weird kind of slime, a different kind of slime in there, just some different things that the kids are going to be doing. But it's a lot of fun. And I have ordered enough of this for every kid to have one of these items every day. The kids will get to take that home. So like if it's the shrinky dink, I've ordered 50 shrinky dinks, and they will get to take that home with them at the end of the day. So every day they'll take home a little item. The slime, same, 50 slimes, okay? So that's Imagination Station. The Oasis Taste, that is our snack time. Joanne Rosine and Jody Sharp have asked to be in charge of that. They said that they wanted to do that, and so I do need some other people. I have a few other people that have said that they want to help out with snacks, so we will do that, but they're going to be heading that up. So I will get with them. The snacks will have some kind of theme, like some kind of desert theme or something. And they actually, tarantulas, right? They actually give a book for that too, and they explain to you exactly how to make the specific treats for the day. So this VBS is really awesome in that. So that's all of our different stations. They will end the day at Canyon closing. Again, that's just some worship, reiterating the day. I will lead that, and that's how we will finish out every day. We also invite the parents to come to the Canyon closing at 7:40. Parents are invited to come and join us and watch and see what the kids have learned for that day also. So that's good. A couple of just extra things before we get to assigning people to different jobs. Let me just say a couple of extra things. A first aid stuff. Like if you are a crew leader and you have a kid that gets a scratch, a cut, anything like that, we do have some supplies in the little jammers room. And you could just, come and find me, or we can put those supplies in a central location where everybody can find them. All right, so we will make sure that there's some first aid stuff there. Bathrooms, if you're a crew leader and you have kids that need to go to the bathroom, please don't go inside the bathroom with them, wait outside the door. Unless it's, sometimes you have like a little small child that needs help. If you have to go in and help a child, like let's make it be, same sex, women go in with the girls, men go in with the boys, but have another adult there with you, please. If you have to help a child, let's say a little kid can't pull their pants up all the way and you have to help them, please have another adult there. Let's try to maintain some safety and, get that on the up and up, okay? T-shirts. There are also T-shirts available. I had one, but I forgot to bring it in here. There are T-shirts available. I am not planning to order those for all of our workers in the budget. However, if you would like to purchase one, I think they're like less than $10. And I can tell you the exact website where you go. It's super easy to order through group publishing. It's sort of like a rusty orange shirt, and it says Monumental on the front. And it's really cool. So if you guys would want to get one, I would encourage you to wait until the end of the week to wear it, because on Sunday we have a family celebration. We take over the whole service. I assume, Pastor, that's okay again? I didn't ask. But we take over the whole service on the Sunday after VBS, and we do our worship. Some of the kids will come up, they'll dance to their songs, and we'll have a special sermon that maybe pulls in all the points of the week. And stuff like that. So we invite all the families to come. That would be a great time to wear your T-shirt. If you want to buy a T-shirt, that would be a great time for us all to buy one. All of the kids that are registering, if they register before, I forget what I said, I think it was May 23rd or something like that. If they register before then, they get a free T-shirt. The T-shirts are really cheap. And so if I can get them registered by a certain time, I'm going to get them a T-shirt as well. So a lot of the kids will already have T-shirts. So if you want one, I can tell you where to go to purchase one. Also, when you come in for snack time every day, if you're a crew leader, when you come in for snack time, the crew numbers will be on the tables. There'll be a sign on each table to tell you where you're supposed to sit with your crew. If there are any allergies, any kids who have allergies, that will be notated on their registration, whether their parent registers them online, or if they're a walk-in and they have a paper form that they're filling out for registration, there's a spot for the parent to notate that there's an allergy. That'll be so important for the kitchen staff to know. You go to the registration table, you get that allergy information every day, and it's going to tell you exactly what crew number those allergic kids are in, and you're going to know which tables, like, okay, I can't put peanuts here, or I can't put mangoes over here, whatever it is. you're going to know exactly where those allergies are, and we need to be really good at managing that. The other thing is, if you're a crew leader, we're going to have one of these for every child. This is called Monumental Faith Bible Book. It goes through every single day of the week. There are like fun little activities. For day one, there's a fun little activity that your kids can sit at the table and do with you at snack time. You can lead them through that at snack time, and there's like a little story, Bible story, like this is about Joseph, and it's going to reiterate the Bible story for that day. It's not very long, but you can, some kids you're going to have 20 minutes at snack time. Some kids are going to get done in like 6 minutes. And then what do? Well, okay, there's this book, and they get to take this home with them at the end of the week. And it also outlines the gospel message in there too. So very important for the kids to have, and they'll get to take that home. Let's see. Anybody have any questions? Whoa, I did so well. Nobody has any questions. Lindy.
I want to clear up the science things.
Yeah.
They go home that same day.
Yeah.
But the rest of the stuff you hang on to until the end of the week.
Yeah, like these books, just leave it on your crew table, on your snack table the whole week. You can put their name on there if you want. Actually, there's a spot right there for their name. You can put their name on there if you want to and just leave it on your crew table. But the sciencey experiments, yes, send it home with them every day. We were going to try to keep it last year, but then I realized it was too much. Like, just send it home.
Especially if you have visitors.
Yes, visitors. Yeah. Because sometimes visitors are only going to come, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 days, and then they're not there at the end of the week. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna sound really crazy.
Okay.
Because this is my first time here doing this.
Yeah, sure.
But my passion for Vacation Bible School, besides everything you're doing is rocking awesome, is inviting people.
Yes.
And following up afterwards.
Yes.
Do you have invitation materials where you can invite people?
Yes.
Because I'm already thinking of a plan in my head. I can't help it.
Oh.
How I can invite people. I'm thinking of kids I know and stuff that aren't going to be doing anything, and you're bored, just get over here. But then afterwards, I love meeting the parents, and I love the idea that you guys are having the Sunday family celebration. But
Sure.
Is there anything or any objection? Because if you tell me no, I'll say no. But I would love to individually take my time and visit those families, especially the ones that don't come here regularly.
Mm-hmm.
To do some and ask any questions, like, do you have any questions about the church? And, what can we answer for you? And if you're not
Sure.
going to church someplace else, be sure and come back. That kind of thing. Is
Yeah.
that okay to do? Is that not okay? Tell me what you...
Let's
It's
get
okay to say
together.
no.
Yeah, no, I know. Let's get together on a plan for that. There is some follow-up material that we can purchase from VBS Group Publishing. There's some follow-up, like, thank you so much for coming. We'd love to see you again. Those kinds of things. We can look at that, and then maybe we can come up with a plan. There is some publicity materials already on the table upstairs in the lobby. There's a table with flyers. I haven't checked today. If those are running low, I can certainly get more. There are half-sheet flyers, full-sheet flyers. I definitely would love some help with publicity and getting the word out. That would be fantastic. So maybe you and I could sit down and talk about some specifics about how to make that happen. That would be great. I'll just be honest with you guys, I'm working now. Last year I was not working, and I had a plethora of time to put into this and all of that, and now I'm working like 48 hours a week. And so I just don't have the same amount of time that I did before. So I probably am going to be asking for more help than what I did last year, because I can't do it without you guys. Like, I need your help. So yes, Janet, if you have some ideas like for publicity, we'll talk about it. Yeah. And you're free to take any of those flyers upstairs that you want.
Awesome.
If you take them all, I will reprint more. Totally fine. Any other questions before I'm going to start writing down names for assignments, like job assignments. But are there any other questions that I can answer for you before then? Anything that you feel like is unclear? Have I explained it well enough that you feel like you know what's going on?
Much better.
Great job.
Okay. All right. So, let's start with, I need somebody to run Imagination Station. You want to do that? You do?
Okay, I'll change my mind.
I love it, Tom. I mean, it was just so easy.
Sort of science fact, huh?
I love it.
Well, I just said yay, Tom.
Yay, Tom. I would like for you to have an assistant. I would like for there, you want to be Sandy? All right. All right, so we got Tom and Sandy for Imagination Station. I need somebody for Red Rock Rec, the games. I will let you be a helper. I need a couple of adults.
I'm an adult. I'm actually almost 19.
Okay? All right. Who else?
I have one issue. The way my job works, I pretty much work until it's all said and done with, so there may be times where I might have to be late for helping out, so I didn't know if I would be the perfect person for running the entire station.
Okay.
Or being a crew leader, but I'd definitely be a helper for anywhere I would be.
Okay. I actually, how would you feel, Talisha? You want to help with games? You gonna do the nursery? Oh, hey, I gotta have somebody there too.
Yes.
All right.
Because Friday is my only issue,
Yep.
because I'm going out of town.
Okay. We'll work it out. We'll work together. All right. So, who else might be interested in Red Rock Rec? What's your name, bud?
I'm John.
John? John, I don't know you. I've never met you, and I'm going to need to talk to you.
I'm here sporadically because I live in Georgia, so that's probably the case.
You live where?
Georgia. So I'm here sporadically. I'm going to be here until August this year.
You're going to be here until August. Okay. I need to have time to sit down and chat with you, so don't leave today until I get your contact information.
Sure.
Okay?
He's Barb's grandson.
Yes, I know. Yes. Who else can help me with games? Romany? And Mike? Okay. That'll give us a good, okay, so Romany, whoops, Mike, David. Okay, all right. I got Red Rock Games, Red Rock Rec covered. Let's see. I think that's all of our stations that are covered. Registration. Your name is Janet, right? Am I calling you
Janet
correct?
Logan,
Okay.
yes,
Okay, Janet and Jill. Definitely for those two. Jeff, you're going to help me out with audio, right?
I'm doing the audio, video stuff, yeah.
Yep. And then we'll have you'll do Kid Vid Cinema too. Just like last year. It'll be super easy, just like last year. Nursery, we'll have Talisha. Anybody else want to help volunteer for the nursery? Blondine, thank you for that. Anybody else? Nursery. Okay.
I would do nursery if you need any more there than the games.
Romany, stand by. Nursery will only be open to the workers. We're not open nursery for any siblings of kids that are in attendance. It will be only for the workers. So like Rose, Adeline, Cora, whoever, right? If we have anybody else, that'll be it.
I'd like to help Mike with the games.
You want to help with the games? Pastor, thank you.
Well, don't think, if you promise me I'll get wet.
Pastor's going to help with the games. All right. I have for snacks Joanne and Jody, Barb St. Clair. Jill had originally said she wanted to help with that, but I'll probably just let her and Sean do Kid Vid Cinema. Jamie and Jody Sharp are there. Sandy, I had you down for that. You want me to take you off?
Yeah, take me off.
All right. Who else is snack? D? Yeah. D? Okay. I need crew leaders, and I need you to have an assistant. All right, Lindy. Lindy and Ruth. Lindy and Ruth, can I make you guys a team?
Sure.
Lindy and Ruth. Susie Finley wants to be a crew leader. Who could assist her? We'll come up with somebody. Yeah, okay, teenager. How old are you, sweetie?
I'm 13.
You're 13. What grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade? What's your name?
Chasten, Chasten.
And are you going to be here all summer? You're here in the summertime?
I'm going to be here with her.
You're going to be here with her? Okay. With Barb?
I'm gonna be here with her, so-
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll have an adult with you. Okay. I'm okay with having like middle and high school helpers. That's totally fine. I don't have a problem with that at all. We'll just have an adult assigned to help you. Okay.
Did you hear
Denise,
Yes, I can be
crew leader.
Kirk would love to be a crew leader.
Oh, he would. Kirk, if you're watching the video, you're a crew leader now. Denise said you could be a crew leader.
Not showing up.
I've got Deb and Jeff Clinton as a crew leader. Jennifer Pittman said she would also do that. Maybe Chasten, I'll put you with Jennifer Pittman. Maybe we'll do that. So that would be 3. Lindy and Ruth, that would be 4. Janet Brown said she would help out. That would be 5. Susie would be 6. I need 2 more. Emily, yes. Janet asked me to put her and Emily together. Yep. I need, let's see, I need 4 more people to volunteer as crew leaders.
I'm worried about my hours.
I know, I get that. I get it.
My hours are so up in
Yep.
the air.
I get it.
I'm more likely to be like a fill-in for something.
Right. Yes. I'm going to put your name down as a fill-in.
You can put me wherever you want. I don't really care. Whatever.
Maybe like an assistant crew leader. Okay. Yeah, you'll same process as last year, so you'll know. So
You can put me in a crew leader
if I need, yeah. Okay, we may need you in nursery.
yeah.
Yeah, because we have to have that covered too. Hey, that's important, y'all. It's hard to teach a class when you got a baby on your arm or whatever, right? It can be done, but
Well,
it's
they did
hard.
it back in the 1800s.
Yes,
Air conditioning.
I have done it many times and it's not fun. It's not. It can be done. Yes. All right. All right, I'll be needing 3 more people.
So there's people not here today?
There are people not here today. I think I've already written all their names down as far as I know.
Alicia Tillman.
Alicia. Alicia? Alicia. Oh, Alicia, are you watching my video? Because I'm putting your name down. Good point. Sally Ernest. Okay, I'll talk to Sally too. That would give me,
Bonnie Cruz, I don't know, is she down for helping? Because she mentioned it in the ladies' Bible.
Bonnie? Bonnie. Hello. I'll come rescue. All right, that would give us enough if we can get those people on board. All right, any other questions? If you think of any, just let me know if you have any questions. Okay, we'll finish up the video.